Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. We keep those cards out. It's 1919. That's what the time is. 1919. We shall do a reading. I don't know what type of reading. A nice and easy reading, please. I just seem to have all these cards everywhere. Okay. I need to stand them all back up and put them away. Anyway, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Daily guidance from your angels. Should we just say guidance? We can just say guidance. Guidance from your angels. Assertiveness. This is an energy that has been showing itself. In a way, it's kind of like you being able to tell people like what to do. So I'll give you an example. Jamie said that he had to tell off like the garbage collectors because they hadn't been to collect his company's garbage, and they said that there was like something blocking the way, but there wasn't. It was just the truck didn't want to go up there, and so she said, well, we can get the excess like rubbish picked up at a cost. And he said, no, I think you're going to collect the excess rubbish free of charge. And she said, yes, we will do that. That is an example. Hi, Sarah. Hi, darling. Okay, assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested, yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. So Spirit's wanting to talk through you. Signs are just there. Darling you, beautiful darling. Like darling you. I mean, they're just signs coming, okay? Spirit is being assertive. There you go. Assertiveness. Let's, before I read, I'm going to delve a little bit more into this. Okay. The lighting's not fantastic. I think we'll light a candle. Do you put the used matches back in the matchbox? I am a culprit of this. Even though I'd like to think that I don't, I do. Although there is one that's been sitting here. So I didn't for that one. It's quite low down now. I do try and put it in upside down sometimes. That way I have. Yeah, they're all... Okay. Okay. The situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested. So a sensitive situation here, but it can be healed. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. So being scared to speak your truth. Okay. The angels want you to know that they will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, and they'll give you the strength and also the right words to use. So they'll be guiding your words. This burst of bravery is coming through. Hi Christine, darling. Hello, beautiful. Hello, darling. The student and tradition. Tradition. Good old-fashioned romance. That's what I feel we need to take it back to. I was talking to my eldest daughter about her sister, my youngest daughter, and about how she's just this traditional girl. So, her boyfriend, who I would class as her boyfriend anyway, has like only just like asked her out, and she was telling me the story. She's all giggly. Like, he asked me if I would like to be his girlfriend. I said, what did you say? I said, yes, okay then. And she said, Mum, I'm traditional. She likes to be like asked out on dates, and she said to me, I don't want it to be like her past relationship where she just felt like she oh, that comes in as well, where she just felt like she's just gone along with it. There was no kind of, I don't know, agreement, conversation about it. The students. But this assertiveness is that I've noticed lately that she's been standing up for herself, and I made mention of that as well to her sister. It was like she's going through some stuff where she's having to stand up, witnessing some, it's just horrid, horrible behaviour from others behind her back, and she knows about it and she's confronting them. You know, she's not putting up with it, she's being assertive. So I'm very proud of her. Anyway, that's where tradition told me. The student. What great lessons to learn. At a young age. Learn to stand up for yourself. The ego turns to God. This is nice. I was having a conversation, I have many conversations with myself, with the divine. We were having a chat about this, about the ego. And it's like, okay, being truthful within a situation, because I felt like there's certain ways that you say things to people because you know that, well, if you gave them like the whole truth, which is when you're just through the illusion and all their fears and insecurities matter, not to you, but they're not aware that they don't matter to them yet. But once you've kind of dissolved the ego, like you can kind of accept how the ego puts up its own assertiveness. Okay. Protection. It's like the ego doesn't want to think I'm wrong. You know, I got it all wrong. It's not that you got it all wrong. It's just there's a wiser way to kind of live this life. Because they got it right, as in following the status quo and living how people tend to live. And this was another thing that I literally just said to my daughter, like within the last hour. Well, not less than that. She's only just got home from work. What did we say, Lucy? It was important. I've got it. I said to her, did you know that for 98% of people, the cause, no. What I'm trying to read you, I might as well just read it to you. Because it's right here, staring at me. Well, it will be. But this is what I said to her. And then I'll get to what else I was saying. I'm just going to like my notes from Napoleon Hill. It's in here, I know it is. 31 Reasons for Failure. And number 15, devil energy, so we could say like the ego's energy. Reasons for failure. So 31 reasons for failure. Number 15, wrong selection of a mate in marriage. And it says the most common cause of failure. Oh, there isn't a percentage on it. I thought it up at 98% on it. Because when I was going through like network marketing and an introduction to personal development, it's like they stated that only 2% of people would be a success. And my mind took me to, if 98% of people fail because of their wrong choice selection of a mate in marriage, then surely the 2%, even though back in the day, network marketing day, wasn't based on love, it was just based on success, and surely 2% are the ones in a true love power couple. Henry Ford's scenario. Behind every successful man is an assertive woman. A great woman is a woman. Anyway, I'm currently stuck on 2 different men at the moment. Are you? Wow, that's interesting. Do you know, that sounds very... Because I wouldn't know even what to say about that. I've not been stuck on 2 men. It's like, I know what I want. I know what I desire. But from a masculine... from the opposite of my scenario, it would be a choice between like 2 women. So very interesting. I don't really know. Your heart will know, your soul will know, and it will tell you when you're ready. Because it's about a burning desire. If that burning desire is not there, then we spoke about that yesterday, I think, in Raise Your Own Salary. A burning desire was one of them. Anyway, what have I got here? Little Miss Needy, Queen of Cups. Well, that there takes me to a codependent energy, someone that needs. This is how we kind of get into the wrong selection of mate in marriage. Become independent. What's coming through, because I was having a chat about this earlier. When you're in them kind of connections where you're not elevating, encouraging each other's biggest cheerleader, you know, they're your favourites, you don't do the things that are kind of not loving, true love, how you speak about your partner, respectfully. Where are we going with this, Lucy? You kind of lose who you are if you're matched with the wrong person. You start to kind of maybe I shouldn't say it that way. It's more of a blessing that if you're very dependent upon someone, it's like you've lost your way. You've lost sight of who you are. So actually spending time alone is a blessing. It gets you to discover who you are. You know that that's not working. And you're just kind of lost. And when you're left to make your own decisions, because there is no one else to make them for you, you become, well, you have to learn to trust your own guidance. So, I don't know where that come from. I don't even think it came out. It did come out correctly, Lucy. This is the part about being truthful and like just allowing the divine to guide the words, because there's things that could be triggering, but that's just because your ego's there, and it's like if you look past that, then and we're just sifting through what makes us feel our feelings and taking from it what actually makes us feel good. Makes sense what you're saying, which confirms my intuition. We'll go back and read the one before. Facts, both are good men. One has more desire and the other one is more of a family without the fire. The fiery? Okay. Well, let's see what else wants to come through. We'll go to the Rider-Waite Tarot. Let's just see what I can... doesn't mean I'm just going to pull one card, but let's have a look at the cards, see what's going on. We'll take one card at a time. Someone's very unhappy. And we have the Divine here offering unconditional love. Would you like to have a sip of this? I mean, love is terrifying at the start. You don't know how to handle it. And I find it extremely easy to express expressions of love. I don't have an issue telling you that I love you. Love is just this broad, yeah. I don't have an issue, you know, hugging, and it just comes so naturally, flows. But some people are like, not used to that. Not used to that at all. Wow. So the Four of Cups is like, you're depressed. I feel this energy of like becoming hardened to this way of being. Because then we have the Five of Cups. I said step by step, card by card. This is in progression. Two of Cups behind him now. Love with another. And instead he's just looking at all this. Oh, pussycat's getting feisty out there. He's this card of emotional loss, and that's what feels like he's lost his emotion to love. Even though it's right behind him. Now we've got the Lovers. Best person to teach you about love. That's the Two of Cups energy. It's a heavenly love. It's a divine love. Because like you're not partners. Your spouse. You're lovers. Lovers of the earth. Come forth and show. That's all. Show how it's done. You are the example. What's coming forth is, if my 20-year-old daughter can do it. Traditional. It's like that lacks value now. Seriously? It's the master key. It's who you pair yourself up with and spend your time, energy, days, attention on is very important to the success of your life journey. And there's free will, of course, but there's a divine will, and I believe that the divine wills this on, this type of connection. It's like breaking generational curses. I mean, have you seen this? That's what's kind of like breeding through our waters, through our lands. It's like, let's show them what's love, what love's really made of. And what's coming through is like, what's love got to do with it? Everything. Everything. Okay, so now this is like feminine being assertive. We have the Strength card here, and she is not taming the lion, but you should not be afraid to speak about feelings of love, emotions of love. Gets people smiling. Oh, really? I'll pick you up on this one, Christine. I've been single for 4 years, so I'm not used to love. You've not been loving yourself then. I was going to say, you silly Billy. I've been single officially since March 2014. That's when officially I said to my husband, that's it, it's done. I'm not saying that there wasn't things that kind of carried on, but my status officially was, well, separated but single. And that was really important to me, claiming that single status. I didn't want to be dependent upon somebody. I didn't want to allow anyone to kind of get in the way of me doing what I want to do. And it was important that he was aware of that. And then he's my kind of contact to his love, because we were best friends. And we would speak all the time. But up until like his transition, which took place 6 years ago, I have been what you would call single. So there was no hugs from him, no male contact at all. And I feel the most loved ever. And that's what it taught me. It was like all that love that I felt I was missing, I just projected it all onto myself. And a lot of it is you have to do your visualizations. So imagining what you're wanting is already there. So as you're cooking dinner, like you can feel them come up and just kiss the back of your neck. And until like you're not dependent upon that anymore, and you're just feeling love all the time. So when you're cooking, you just feel love. So it's an interesting statement that I will pick you up on, because I've been single for 4 years, so I'm not used to love. Self-love is the key. And the reward is it's drawn to you naturally. It doesn't matter whether or not you have your divine lover in your life. It's not going to affect your loveliness. It's not, I was thinking about this earlier, it's not like I love him more than anybody else. It's like, no, I love all aspects of life. And that's taken a lot of self-discipline, focus, different techniques, negativity bans. But I've gone through all the crying and the yearning, and just stick with it. Self-love. And when you know how lovable and adorable you are, and that they do not take this personally at all. This is about cultural beliefs, upbringings, insecurities, phobias, labelling. People will easily label themselves. I label myself as love. How about you? Okay. I love myself, just have not been with a man in a while. Yeah, I know that part, but just, well, you should know. It would just feel natural. It would be something that, no insecurities. This is what we're talking about when a lover's connection. You have no insecurities about getting naked. Maybe to start with, but you make each other feel so loved, wanted, cherished. If it doesn't feel like that, then it's not love. The other stuff that happens when you're not in this groove and you get lost in this groove, oh, that's a completely different story, mindset. The ego comes in. Push the ego out and love's there. Wayne Dyer says the ego stands for edging God out. So the lovers. The lovers save the day. I've used that phrase so many times, like about saving the day. Meghan saves Christmas because Belle would put a great big wedge in the Christmas tree downstairs. And so Meghan saves Christmas after Emily said it's all ruined. Then Emily goes to work and the chef has a meltdown and leaves the kitchen when it's kind of full. And I was like, Emily saves the day. And she sure did. The lovers save the way. They saved the day. I've got some more cards, haven't we? Stamp card. I'm so pleased. Makes sense, exactly. I love the way you put that. Thank you. That's why I'm not really to question what... It's so hard to translate the thoughts into... But for me, it makes sense. And it's just like, I've got another one for you, okay? Whether or not it makes sense. Whether it's ready to, like, be... But I found it really exciting because it made complete sense to me regarding meditation, about breathing. And it's like, okay, this was in meditation that this occurred. And they basically said, you know, why it's so important to get outside and connect with nature and to focus on your breathing when you're meditating. And when you're stressed, you would... I'll tell you what really brought it to light was before a sneeze. I noticed yesterday 2 big sneezes, but before I kind of went, which you do, and then you sneeze. And so I told Jamie, I said, Jamie, you realise all we're doing is we're inhaling spirit into our vessel. And I just thought this was a nice way to look at it. So now when I'm outside, I'm like, okay, like focus on your breathing because you forget that the breath is spirit. This is spirit. We're in spirit. Spirit's not in us. We're in spirit. So with all the blocks and not actually focusing on our breathing or even taking deep breaths, we're not really allowing spirit to kind of do what it wants to do. The mind gets foggy. The mind then takes over, which is part of the vessel, where the mind's meant to be the receiver for creativity, imagination, for the divine. And instead, we fill it with all this fucking bullshit that's programmed into us at birth. As soon as, like, we're put into the family that we chose to come forth as spirits, because we can handle that, but we're here to kind of clear the blockage, to grow from it, to evolve, to help awaken others. So when I think about meditating now, all you're doing is you're settling in, you're focusing on your breath, but it's spirit, come move through me freely. Bring me those insights, inspiration, divine wisdom, knowledge that I'm needing to know. Clear my mind of all the false programming. They mean well. We all mean well, but what happens when you know wiser? So you haven't got it wrong, but there is a wiser way. So that's what I have to say about that. Spirit. Look at this as I'm saying this. I love it. You're a very good spiritual teacher. I love your knowledge and energy, pure beautiful. Thank you. That's what I allowed to come through me. This is when I first started to realise, because I'll do this with friends and they go, where'd that come from? I said, I don't know. I said, but it sounded good. And I do spend a lot of time, people would say alone, in my own company, and we're chatting. Where others may be sitting in front of the television, catching up on soap operas, which is like programming that, I spend a lot of time, so don't look at it as being alone. It's like it's a very precious time. And is it wrong? Where people would maybe go out and socialise, or you need to maybe go and like meet someone. Or what about a dating app? Or have you met anyone yet? And I'm like, oh. Like their way just doesn't feel right to me. And you know, it's hard to kind of express. I just go, yeah, I'm cool. I know when I know. It's all good. They mean well, because that's what would fill their void. For me, it's not a void. Now it's like this, no interruptions, no one pulling like, what do I want to say, like obligations. It's like I'm not obliged to do anything. But I'll obligingly do what the divine guides me to do. Very trusting. Comes over time. It does. Okay. Oh, look at this. Beautiful energy. These are beautiful energies. Angel comes in to balance out the situation. Because it needs balancing. Look at the angel here. Now this is... I can't show you. I don't know why I was going to show you. But normally half is feminine and half is masculine. That's what temperance stands for. Temperance. Bringing in the balance. Then you can go and claim your crown without any guilt or shame, with a deeper understanding. And look how beautiful and strong these wings are. You're very welcome. You're very welcome as well, Christine. Because I really can feel that, you know, there might be a few things that I've said that have helped. And it's just about the way... You never know who's going to say something that would just, you know, be the right thing to say. Okay, this is a masculine who's struggling spiritually and trusting the divine. You're on this clear path here. Wounded, but it's like ego's wounded. You'll soon discover that you can heal yourself as well. And once you heal yourself, heal people, healed people. Healed people, healed people. That's what they do. They heal people. And hurt people, they're so hurt that they pass it on. Okay. Right, let's see what the oracle wants to say. We'll go to the magical unicorns. I'll look at the bottom of the deck. It's like you're waiting for your harvest. That's really what. But you're looking in the wrong place. You've already been given the legacy. It's right there. But you're waiting for more. The legacy is true love. True love, oh baby. True love, it's true. So if you should ever doubt, wonder what love is all about. That's a good song, actually. I'm going to attach that. I'm going through the lyrics. Whoa, whoa. I don't know the accuracy of the reading. The reading! Oh, for fuck's sake. No more sadness, I kiss it goodbye. The sun is bursting right out of the sky. I've searched the whole world for someone like you. Don't you know it? Don't you know it, baby? True love, oh baby. True love, oh baby. Good afternoon, Cynthia. Quick hello. Hi. I'll have to catch the replay at home tonight while tidying up. That'll be fun. Finishing up some errands. Hope all is well, Lucy. Channel of love. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to the channel of love. Hi, Ski. How are we doing today? Are we doing well? Right, let's pull a card from the unicorns. The Christmas tree was knocked down. You can see I've put it back up, but the monkey's like, he's turned a little bit. He's facing more this way. Love from your parents. No matter what, your parents, your mother and father, love you as much as they can. Okay, so you can only love somebody to the, I was going to say to the capacity of the extent that you love or how you perceive love. They mean well. They meant well. Love from your parents. I had two very sociable parents, very happy, uplifting, even though they separated when I was about 6. When I think about my mum, she was a charity worker, she was like in the limelight, she'd be an organiser, she would organise big events, she had her own group for single parent families. It was a very good like social life with her. My dad was like everyone's best friend. There was never a bad word I had heard. I heard about my dad. He was very sociable. He wasn't like as charitable as my mum. I mean, he's charitable in nature, but he didn't, not the organiser. And I think he said to my mum once that well, I heard a story. I didn't hear him say this, but it upset my mum's ego. Because my mum's name was Lucy. And I can take this as well, because there's a part of me that has that, and there's also a part of my younger daughter who's an organiser. Because she's just organised a Christmas dinner for all her friends and put on a quiz, and it sounds just like me. How I was, like 6 years ago, before 6 years ago. That was my life. Big Christmases, Easter egg hunts, fireworks, Halloween, you name it. We do it, and we do it big. That's not the life I live anymore. And such an ego, like, driven life. But my mum said, he said, why do you always have to be top dog, Lucy? And that upset her. But that was just her nature. Now, once the ego's out of the way, you can kind of see that within yourself. But I found, especially like having this channel, if you check out videos from me like 4 years ago, I've so like mellowed, and it's not, I was used to like speaking in groups and beforehand when I was in network marketing, having a team of people, being the inspirator, the motivator, yeah, the loud, vibrant life of the party. That's but there's obviously, my dad didn't really have expressions of love towards us, so there was things that even though they were great loving parents, the importance of certain things that I like believe are important. My mum was quite strict, and she put fear into you. Fear of God was one, but the fear of like being punished, let's just say that. Fear of being punished, the fear of the police, things like that. My dad had a fear of like lack of money, so be worrying about money all the time, and I didn't really have any of those fears. Well, they like to put them into you. I mean, my parents are both like transitioned now, but I do remember my dad saying, he was like really, can't remember what he was worried about me about, but something. And I actually said to him, I said, do you know what? I said, I'm really pleased that I have more faith in me than what you do. And that hit a chord with him. And I do have faith in you. I said, then you need to trust me and stop worrying. So just warriors, but it's passed down. But my parents were very loving and caring. Fun people. Rememberable people to have. But in a way, like my dad has like a completely different emotional attachment to my mum. So you can kind of say my mum may be emotional manipulation. So both of my sisters left home when they were 13. Okay, the first one, she left when my dad originally left. And then my middle sister's 3 years younger than that. So 3 years later, when she hit 13, she went to live with my dad. And then my dad remarried. And my sister went to live with my dad and my stepmom. And it was just me left at home then. And my mum used to say to me, you'll never leave home, will you? You'll never leave home. And I just saw two sisters that just easily just left home. And I didn't leave home to go and live with my dad. I had no intentions to go and live with my dad. But when I was 11, my eldest sister had a baby. And I found myself around there all the time. Very protective over the baby. We lived in a bit of a rough area. People come and go, you know. I was just very protective. And my love for children and for him and that bond. So I started skipping school and then had an argument with my mum one day, and I was bordering on the line of, I think I was 13. I was hardly there anyway. But my sister would pass me notes and ask mum if like you can come and stay at mine and help me with this, that. My mum must have known what was going on. But I just preferred being with my sister. It was freer, funner. So when the opportunity came, an argument came, I said, I'm out of here. Went to live with my sister, not a problem. She'd write notes to the school saying I was ill. And then in the end, the educational welfare officer come around, but not really much happens. Just agreed to go to school like a couple of times a week, but it wasn't something that put fear in me. And I liked being free. I liked being around children. I liked being at home and like doing the housework and all that. And also worked, so I'd have jobs as well. So in a way, I was like set free. I didn't have that kind of. I've always done what I've wanted to do, which did give me a name of a rebel. My mum would say I was a rebel, a lovable rebel. But so blessed. Love from your parents. Well, imagine if you ask my sisters, they'd probably have different stories. This card is telling you that your mother and father both love you, even though you may not always be able to feel their love. Everyone shows love in different ways. For example, some people show that they care through actions, such as giving you things or trying to help you. Other people express it through words that they say you're right. If your mother and father show their love in ways you don't understand, you can talk to them about your feelings. The bonds between parents and children can never be broken, no matter what. Even during times of anger, parents and children still love each other deep down. If you focus on this love, it grows even stronger and deeper. This love also helps everyone feel better and get along better. If your mother and father are angry with each other, you can still love them both equally. What's coming through is the children are more connected to divine because they have less societal programming, okay, the way that you're meant to do it, like programmed into them, so they're closer to their innocence. And obviously I've picked up on the topic of like choosing the wrong mate, partner for marriage. And they're witnessing this. They must think most adults are crazy. I'm telling you. Like, witnessing true love is what we're addressing. My parents had a very crazy, wild party drugs and alcohol issue. Interesting. And I felt into that lifestyle. Oh, you fell into that lifestyle growing up. So my parents always worry about me. My dad passed 3 years ago and I changed my entire life. I was very lovable rebel as well. It's a sign. It's a sign of you being like spiritual. And wanting to like retain that. It's a pretty Christmas tree. I love the lights and monkey. The tree's actually a little bit bare. So this is like a cheaper, it's an artificial tree. We do artificial trees, but this is Megan and Jamie's, like last year. Like moving just before Christmas, we didn't have a Christmas tree, so they picked up this one. It wasn't expensive, it was just, come on, let's pop up Christmas. And in the circumstances, situation we had. Well, this year, where Emily last year, she purchased like a, oh no, this 2 years worth. Yes, that's right. So last year, Emily purchased a tree and she spent a lot of money on it, so it's a nice tree. So we've got that one downstairs, and I was like, can I have this one please for the office? And my monkey, his name's Marvin, and it's my wish for Christmas, a monkey. I'm quite fascinated by little monkeys. It's a phase I'm going through. They're just cute, but we know it's not practical for me to have like a monkey or a chimpanzee, so I bought him for myself, didn't I? I did. And he's just going to sit up there. Otherwise, I'm not going to stand here with him on as a hand puppet while I do readings every day. So he's in the picture on top of the Christmas tree. It's my star. Definitely a sign. You being a lovable rebel, yeah. Okay. If your mother and father are angry with each other, you can still love them both equally. You don't need to take sides. Everyone has something good inside them after all. God put love within every person, and your love towards both your mother and father is always deep and strong, even if you don't see one of your parents very much. Focus on what's good about your mother and father to help them. And you, be as loving as you can be. So I feel the lovers are coming through here, and I also feel the children are as well. To help, especially by focusing on the love within your parents, it will help them and yourself. Okay, we'll go to the angels and ancestors. Definitely guardian angels around. So yesterday we had the feather, and it said that it's the business card of the guardian angel, and I spoke about it, and I read about Esther Hicks interaction. Just jogging your memory here if you've forgotten. Well, when I turned off the lights at work today, for some reason I looked up at the security cameras, like the monitors, so you can see what's going on in the security cameras. And I was pointing out like the angle of one of the cameras, and as I done that, and I said, okay, you can like see from here, I noticed all these orbs. And I said to my work colleague, oh my goodness, look all these orbs. And it's quite fascinating. And I said, wow, look at all the spirits. They were floating, lots, we're talking lots. And so we lock up the shop and we walk part of the way home until we have to take different paths. And as we're about to cross the road, this great big white feather just comes and lands on my coat. And she went, look at that feather. And I said, I know. And I had it in a reading. I said yesterday. I said I'd done a reading and the white feather came out. Parents, especially if your parents are in heaven. She-wolf really does come in with this assertiveness energy. Unleash the wild within. Ow! Message. Let your wild side up and out. Release your talents and your desires. The she-wolf is a powerful shamanic soul who is half wolf and half woman. It's interesting. If we just look at the half wolf, half woman, there's male, female, half, female, masculine. The she-wolf is a powerful shamanic soul who is half wolf and half woman. She is the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd. Or in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of the wilderness and the unknown and encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within and track down what you need to do to express your true self. You are being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart. It's a sign, Christine. I love it. I love how Spirit just plays with us. That's what we're doing, just playing. If you've... Go back. You are being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life you want is here. Love it. Let the hair down. I've let the hair down. I don't wear it down often. I still like having long hair. Meow. It would annoy me if I just leave it. We're just putting it like that. Get to it. Okay. Baby bear. She-wolf. Was it just the one card that came out? How long have we been on for? I've got a chicken in the oven. Roast chicken tonight. Roast chicken dinner. Oh, okay. Yeah, I best go soon because I want to do some roast potatoes. It's been in for nearly an hour now. So, let's get some messages from heaven. Let's take these off for a moment. And we'll have a roomy message, that's fine. A message from heaven and a roomy message. And then... the Thoth Tarot fell over, made a bit of a bang. I'm just going to ignore it, to be honest with you. Thoth. I was taking it to like froth. When you're frothing at the mouth. Cheers. I think we've already said that. Cheers. Oh, is it the thought of my dinner? I'm going to do, well, roast chicken, that's already doing. And roast potatoes and spring greens runner beans, carrots, parsnips is a possibility, stuffing and Yorkshire puddings. Horseradish sauce, most definitely for me, and a bit of mint sauce as well. I'll have that maybe just dotted, sprinkled over my green vegetables is the best. And gravy. That's what I'm cooking. And I'm so proud because we haven't had like we get lazy with like doing food shopping, so we'll eat a lot of takeaways. McDonald's a lot, Domino's Pizza a lot, KFC, but more McDonald's, Domino's Pizza. Jamie will have a kebab. And so we've been really on actually ordering our food, planning our meals. I was going to message them today and say to them, I'm so proud of us all, we haven't had a takeout. Hardly at all this month. I'm not going to say not at all, but like we're on the 20th, we haven't. I know we haven't. And I was going to put like an it's chicken for dinner tonight, but and when I got home, not when I got home, when Jamie got home, because I get home first, he said to me, I was going to say Domino's. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I just saw there we go, programming. I just saw a message I just got from Domino's Pizza. I said, and then I told him about how I was going to text them because I didn't. And I went, no, we're going to have, because then a train went past. I went, no, we're going to have chicken. And it does sound so much more delicious. And because I put my attention onto it, and it's always made with love. Chicken's all right left at the moment. Okay, I go and deal with that. That's okay for an hour in there. The rest of it, not to leave the kitchen. You give it your attention, and you give it the intention of love. We rejoice when you find love. Love comes in unexpected ways. The thing is, love comes in unexpected ways, and like the last place it really you find it is from another person. So once you realise love comes in all these unexpected ways, when it's like you're ready for love, then you won't become too overwhelmed with it. You're so adapted, you've so adopted love, that it's just easy to like love everything. People say, why does that taste so good? Maybe with love. Whatever, it's like, it's love. Love. 24. And then you really will be able to embrace this true love, powerful, most powerful power in the universe. Stratosphere. Wouldn't even normally say that. But dream visits. You might have a visitor in your dream. 24. Love is important in our lives, particularly after a loss. Well, that's probably why you're craving it even more. It becomes like more important after we've lost something. Lost ourselves. As humans, we need to be in relationships, and your deceased loved ones welcome this. You may meet someone special, make new friends, or bring a new pet into your life. Each connection is viewed as a living miracle. Love in all forms is welcome. Did you say you're welcome earlier on to me, Christine? Notice this as well, things that you're talking about. I listened, tapped into I think it's a rose petal reading yesterday, and I had to stop it and talk to my daughter. I said, this lady is saying exactly everything that's going on. It was all to do with animals, and I'm like, yeah, and more, because it was just like that topic, every topic she touched on, it was like, I've said all that kind of stuff that's happening. It was nothing to do with like love, like with another person. It was like events, books, picked up on the Think and Grow Rich about buying a book. What was the most fascinating thing is that she said, I sat and looked at an Abraham Hicks workshops, and there was 2 that jumped out. One was, it's a 2-day workshop in Amsterdam, which is not far for me to go, and also my daughter would love to go to that one. Or there's the ultimate Caribbean cruise. That one I like the look of. You're 4 days at sea, and so I was having a look at it, but it's in March. I'm looking at the dates, okay, and then, so I sat there, because I like to check out what ship it is, okay, because I've been on, they go with like Celebrity X cruises, and can't remember the one I've been on, but I was checking out the cruise ship, and there was a video, so I watched this video for about 13 minutes on this cruise ship, the restaurants they got on board, the nightlife, the entertainment, all of it, every room, just watched it. Afterwards, I looked at my daughter, because I had my headphones on. I said, I've just checked out like the cruise. I said, the cruise ship looks good. And then after that, I went onto YouTube and found myself listening to this thing. This lady starts saying, yeah, you're looking at like a destination, or you're planning something, or it's a goal of yours, and I can see it happening in 3 months. You'll be achieving that. And I'm like, adding the dates. And then I said to my daughter, she went, well, that's like bang on the dates of that cruise, Mum. I said, I know. So that's just an example, so pay attention to that. You're very welcome. There you go. With a love heart. That's what you popped up there, Christine. Cheers. Cheers, darling. Okay. Your loved ones want you to be happy and say, we welcome opportunities for you to love and be loved during your physical existence. Opportunities for you to love. My reading a few days ago, I titled New Opportunities to Love. We welcome opportunities for you to love and be loved during your physical existence. To love and be loved, that's why you're here. Let's finish with a Rumi message, and then I'm going to go and start on my delicious, well, I've already started it, already done. Perfect. Down to the chuffiness and the crunchiness of the roast potatoes, to the point where I just have to look at my daughter's face. My eldest daughter, her favourite meal. But the potatoes, you get the potatoes. You can tell she's eating it. And the no, that's not. Consistency of the gravy. She likes it quite thick, but not too thick, but thick when you know when you're... I'm hungry. Right, Rumi, can we finish this reading with a lovely message? You who show the way. We're going to read this. This card's been coming up. It hasn't for the last... Well, I don't know when I last used Rumi. It's been showing up, hasn't it? You who show the way. We're going to go with... Let's look at the first card. Do you think, feel, believe that she's showing the way? You who show the way. I've got a grumbly belly. I know I'm hungry. Yes, we're going to have to wait about another hour. So let's get a move on. Card number 33, Christ Consciousness. That number's been showing up as well when we were doing the Roald Dahl books. Choosing numbers, 33. I've opened a Blood Angel, but... oh, excited. Yeah, hungry. Roast parsnips. I've made my mind up. But not roast carrots. Okay. The logical mind runs away from drowning. So, is this the point where I hold up all these cards where it all comes in? The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers. Lovers. All about the lovers. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. Rumi. I have looked to you in my darkest moments, searched for you as though fumbling for the candle and matches. I've got them. I feel mischievous. Thank you for the guidance today. May you have a blessed night always. Thank you. And I wish the same blessing for you. I have looked to you in my darkest moments, searched for you as though fumbling for the candle and matches during an unexpected and interminable blackout. I am the ship at sea, seeking you as my guiding light. Nay, I am the sea, rising up to the horizon because I yearn to be closer to you. Then, owed to my greatest relief, you rise like a phoenix from the ocean, casting hallowed golden light all around. This great blazing angel of holy fire. In a sweet instant my soul rests in your presence. The sea becomes calm, the darkness abates, your light reveals truth, and through your living presence I know my true self again. I am what you are, even when it appears I am returning after being lost in darkness, as though I could ever be extinguished. I am divine light, I am you, a living sun. My mouth's like, I'm thirsty, and it says, even in your unquenchable passion. I saw that more as even in your unquenchable thirst for passion. Okay. Even in your unquenchable passion for service to humanity, to the world that offers you so much, there is a time when your most powerful offering is actually and most simply that of your presence. You show the way. You who inspire through how you choose to live and be. You who sometimes think yourself to be invisible. You who consider yourself to be of no particular or exceptional worth. Yes, you. You who through your choice to live your truth, reveal my face, demonstrate my love, embody my presence, heal my beloveds, and love my creations. This oracle comes to you with a special message. You are an inspiration. You are helping those around you and even many of whom you are unaware. You are doing this because this is your path, this is your way, this is your gift to live a life dedicated to the growth of consciousness, and through that dedication inspire others to receive the loving consciousness of the great beloved that can benefit them so greatly. I've got just a work colleague inquiring about my day today because she wasn't in today. I will respond to her after my dinner. I can't have interruptions whilst I'm distracted by that. Focus. The meal. That can wait. Not at everyone's beck and call, you know. It's okay to kind of go, That's the thing I would notice. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you're on the telephone to somebody and they say, I've got to go because, like, so-and-so's calling me, or so-and-so's calling me, I've got to go. I don't do that to people. I find that quite rude, to be honest. It's like I'm on the phone to you, why can't they wait? Why is it an issue that if you're not answering like that? So I don't worry about that. Sometimes I don't get back to people at all. I'm not obliged to. So especially if it's random, just chit chat. About chit chat shit, because that's all she asked me. Did you sell any? That's what she put. Did you sell any sale shit? So yeah, I can talk about that later. I'm doing this first, and I'm going to do my heavenly dinner. So, but then many people have done it to me. I don't say anything. I go, oh, someone says, oh, so calling. Yep, okay. Oh, yeah, right then. See you later. Bye. This oracle comes to you with a special message. You are an inspiration. You are helping those around you, and even many of whom you are aware. You are doing this because this is your path, this is your way, this is your gift, to live a life dedicated to the growth of consciousness, and through that dedication, inspire others to receive the loving consciousness of the great beloved that can benefit them so greatly, no matter what their situation or circumstance. Okay. So we're inspiring others to receive the loving consciousness of the great beloved that can benefit them so greatly, no matter what their situation or circumstances. You are not doing this effort, you are not doing this through any effort or will. You are doing this because this is your nature, your being, your way. Just as the sun breaks through darkness with its own light, shining light with its presence by simply being, so too does your inner sun, your soul. You don't have to understand this or do anything with the information given, although you may find it of comfort or even be shocked by it, pleasantly perhaps. It is just an acknowledgement of who and what you are, given freely because you are ready to receive such an acknowledgement. You are also being gifted through this oracle with a sign, a portent. This oracle is an omen, an issue too difficult for you to understand, no matter how hard you have been working on it, is about to be resolved. You have no need to hold on to it or become more worthy of that resolution. It is going to happen according to the grace of the great beloved, and your job is to allow it to happen, to simply bear witness to the resolution, even if you have no idea what is going on in the process. You may find that whilst you are letting go, the resolution happens without you being aware of it until after the fact. Then apparently all of a sudden, what was an issue is no longer so. You who help others are a worthy recipient of the help of the great beloved. Be prepared to surrender all plans and convictions about what you can and cannot be, about what you think you know and what you think you need. Allow the benevolent grace of the beloved to take you through the great waves as the sea becomes calm and serene under the living divine sun. This oracle brings the message that if you have a situation in your midst that feels impossible to resolve, the divine has it covered. Do the sacred honouring ritual and let it be sorted out by a power greater than your own. It shall be sorted out, and your sun shall rise, just as day follows night again and again. So too shall your sun rise after any issue or struggle. Have faith and hope, and know that this is a sensible approach to any dilemma, no matter how serious it may seem. For what use is it to bemoan the absence of the day, even on the longest night, when you know in every moment dawn is ever close in to breaking once again. Your hope then is not foolish, but wise. What I picked up there, which I was speaking to about with my work colleague today, I come out to work and said it looks darker than normal, and we are going to be experiencing the longest night, the shortest day, winter solstice. And I don't know what date it is, but it's like now, tomorrow, 21st, 23rd. I don't really want to say the 22nd. And then my daughter researched it, and I know it was near Christmas when the winter solstice was. The longest, the darkest day, night. Let's do this sacred honouring ritual. Place your hands on your heart and say, the divine who loves me unconditionally. Oh, look, I want to hold that. That's an unconditional cup of love there. I reckon you're really holding your heart there, one-handed. Place your hands on your heart and say, the divine who loves me unconditionally blesses me now with such grace that life aligns with divine order and all becomes golden. Blessed and mercifully held in the compassionate consciousness of the Creator. I thank you for the courage and faith I have needed to endure the night, and I now celebrate the coming dawn. I see it breaking, I see its light, and I thank you for this mercy. With Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I am now shown the way to the dawn. It is at my feet, and together we step into the gift of a new day. So be it. If you have a specific issue you would like addressed, hand it over to the Divine Beloved now by talking about it, just as if you were having a conversation with your oldest and dearest friend, for that is exactly what will be taking place. Then, when you have explained your feelings, your doubts or fears, let it go and know that the situation is held in the grace of the Great Beloved. You have completed your sacred honour ritual. I have completed this reading, and what a beautiful reading to complete. Take care, much love, bye for now.